Hello everybody, Stormance over here. Welcome back to another video, and hopefully maybe a consistent series on my YouTube channel that I like to dub the Wonders of Anarchy. When I play a match, and if I see such a god-awful, staggering, booty butt cheeks performance, I will go into the replay mode and review that player's performance because it was just that staggeringly awful. And hopefully this will be a consistent thing on my channel. You guys like this, like, comment, subscribe for more, all that good shit. Anyways, let's get right into the bullshit. First on our agenda, for the first person on our series, congratulations to the Dapple Doolies here in this game, who went a staggering 4-14 with no coolers. By the way, I will be keeping the names of these players anonymous. The only reason why I am showing them right now is because, well, their name is Player. Mind you, this was a top 500 X-Ring battle here. This really goes to show how bad this was. I see the ink brush that went 3-9, but you know what? I really can't blame that nigga that much because, I mean, like, they kind of were the only one who could force in, but god man, that Nautilus and that Fizzer Roller. By the way, I have a clip on this Nautilus for this game I will be showing you guys real quick. Stupid nigga! Dumbass nigga! Stupid nigga! Look at you! So let's see what this man's plan is, or what his plan was throughout this match. We will be dissecting everything this man is doing, okay? So I can get the start. We're just going to go ahead and pay for the cooler. We're doing it very slowly, I may add. That's why the Flinch already died. Okay, I don't know. Okay, so we're just unaware there. By me! Oh, look, guys, that's me! Yeah, that's me who got that kill. Let's go, man. That's me. I think I caught this man. I think I outplayed this man quite a bit. I won't lie to y'all. Okay, so we're going to get hit by killer whales, and we're not going to do anything. Our team is pushing, and we're not really helping. We're just going to go ahead and stay in front of the S-Blast, because we're an idiot. I don't know why we just stood there and took that. Kind of be a little bit smarter there. We have the most move. We're playing a weapon with a lot of movement, so maybe we can move a little bit faster. I'm just saying, okay, we're going to flank here. This is a decent flank, not a bad idea. If we're actually good at the game, we could probably get a pick or two out of this, but instead, we're not good at the game. We don't get a pick or two out of shit. So, interesting there. So, their teammates basically have to stop the push all by themselves. So, they're going to be forcing to jump back in. And are they putting any beacons down? And honestly, before we go any further here, let's review this man's gear. What the fuck is that? We will not be going past this. We got a main of Ink Saver, Respawn Punisher, and a main of Quick Super Jump. I'm really scared to see what the rest of that gear is, but just by the mains alone, oh goodness. In any case, we will concede them right there. They're going to try to make a flank over here, and hopefully they'll do it. And they put the beacon down, which is smarter than them, but you know, I'm all over that. The fork. So they're going to jump back in and jump right back to the same beacon they put down, which is very smart on their part. But what they're going to really do off of it, they're going to try to score a basket, but you know, I'm all over that again. But I didn't start for scoring, but I'm still all over that though. It's 2 minutes into the game and we still don't have a cooler. I think we definitely need to put a cooler down at some point. You know, and these beacons are in the most arbitrary spots. I mean, they're not bad beacon plays. What are we doing? We're going to try to make a little sharking play here on me, but as you can see, that shit actually does work. So that's the one kill they got. I was one of the few kills they got. But they don't do anything else for that, so I guess that was a decent play. But other than that, it's not really amounted to anything for their team. And they're going to be jump right back into that same beat. That was a terrible jump in, to say the least, but you know what? It happens, so we can give him a pass on that. Jump back in again. We'll see how this goes for them and see what it decides to do. I think I want to see this nigga actually get a cooler! I think their team would... Okay, dude, you can't, dude. I'm all over that. Again, I'm all over that, nigga. You can't... You can't do that. You're just running in with no plan whatsoever. Put a cooler down before you make a move. Saying how fast they're coming back, they might be working some QR on some subs here. But their teammates do basically solely fucking get the push going. Again, I'm all over that. You can't do that, bruh. This nigga has not helped at all for their team to push. In the slightest. Even still not a moment of them to farm a cooler. And the one time they do need to jump in and help their teammates, they're still not jumping in. But to be fair, they are picking a Clam, so maybe they... Okay, you know what? It worked out for them. Throw the Clams in! Throw your Clams in! What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Please, oh goodness. I know some of you may not understand this, so let's go into the 4-1 why this play was so bad. You know, he obviously sit here and shark and try to stall the basket, but that's not what you want to do in this situation, especially when all your teammates are up and they clearly are going to have time to get the Clams. He has no reason to try to stall the basket here, and it's nowhere near close to closing, because by the time he finishes all his Clams in, his teammates are going to have more Clams to boot. What they should have done is throw in all their clams and then use their weapons, really fast movement speed and high kill power to go ahead and fight while they have all the control ever. Instead of sitting here, sharking, almost dying to my splat bomb, and then quite literally getting chipped by the S-Blast. If he went out and fought, he could have fought the S-Blast, potentially killed that motherfucker. But instead, he sat here and then died, and then, you know, even if he didn't win the fight against the S-Blast or anybody else in front of him, more importantly, he would have stalled for some time by forcing a fight for the team to get a few more clams and potentially getting the KO. That's why this player is so bad. He sat here and basically did nothing. Now, all they gotta do is give their team a cooler, and they can probably defend the rest of this game. But as we saw by the stats, they did not do that. We need to take our time and actually give our team a cooler. You know, where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Why are we going here? What was the point? Now you're to the disadvantage. And it was because of that play right there that caused us to be able to get in and actually make a move. We're coming out here. Where are we going? This nigga's just feeding his brains out, not paying attention to anything, not being aware at all, just dropping left, hoping something sticks and works. And because of that, you constantly give us openings to push in. You're an idiot for jumping here, by the way. I really don't understand that at all. Did I die to you? Of course. Okay, they get two. You know what? Maybe they're not so much of an idiot. They got real lucky there. But in any case, there's still the reason why we lost you're the reason why they lost the game. In any case, we all end up going down here trying to, I think, force scores here. Or play a little bit more patient. The S-Blast just teeing off on this nigga, just punishing them each time they have a chance. And then, at this point in the game, I want to see what this nigga did. Okay, they were just sucking here while the game ended, basically. I'm already knowing. The clip I showed you earlier is how the game and why it ended. Notice that Dabbler who went a staggering 4-14 with no coolers. They didn't even try to farm for a cooler once. Absolutely unacceptable. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Wonders of Anarchy. Maybe I'll open it up to a more public setting where if you have a really bad teammate and you want me to look at that and I can commentate over it, maybe I'll do that. I don't know. I'm considering maybe keeping the editing very light here, so that way I can just pump out these kind of videos and that way you guys can get in on it too. But I will be doing some form of editing. I think I just kind of fucking have to. In any case, hope you guys enjoyed. See you all next time.
I'm a rockstar baby, that's why she wanna tolerate. I'm a rockstar baby, I'm a dog, ain't got no collar. I'm a rockstar baby, I work up the show for them dollars. I'm a rockstar baby, that's why she throw like rocks. For the sauce on baby, she asks me how